What's going on, YouTube? Leisure here once again. This time at you again with some more Genshin Impact. That's right, Genshin Impact. And I wanted to talk to you guys today about team building. I've noticed a lot of people have been pretty confused when it comes to how to get certain characters to do certain levels of damage. You know, they say, oh, I can't get my Raiden to do this much damage. I can't get my Ganyu to do this much damage, so on and so forth. So what I want to do right now is I kind of want to break down to you and how to really once you build your character to a certain level, how you can maximize that damage by building the correct team comp. Now you can look up the meta team comps like National and Morgana and so on and so forth. But when it comes to making a team comp on your own, let me try and help you break that down and tell you how to get that going. So step by step, I'll use my own team here. I'm going to use Raiden, for example, here, okay? So as you can see here, I have my Raiden here, right? She's reasonably built. Here, 62% crit rate, 142 crit damage. I got her with Electro Cup, ER Sands. As you can see, I'll show you my artifacts here. As you can see, you know, fairly good stats. You know, she's not perfect, but she's pretty good. You know, she gets the job done, so on and so forth, right? She sees 3. I triple crowned her because, you know, she's one of my favorite characters. I have 4 triple crown characters. And Raiden is one of them. So there's that. I got Kazuo right here with his Freedom Sworn R1. Got 4-piece Viridescent. He's C0. I'll get C2 soon. And yeah, I just focus on EM. And I gave him a little bit of energy recharge, and that's it. Got my Bennett, Quill of Avonia, 4-piece Noblesse. And I got Sara. Oh, he's C5, by the way. And I got Sara right here. And she has Skyward Harp on. She has some pretty good stats, 160 ER, so on and so forth. 4-piece emblem, so she gets some good energy recharge and gets damage for that. And she's C6, okay? Now, you don't need all these things in order to be building teams, but I'll explain how this team works and why I chose this team, besides it, you know, commonly being told between different content creators and so on and so forth. Oh, I knew myself this is going to be the good team. So as you can see here, I'm going to try things out on the Samurai dummy here. And first, let's do Raiden just by herself doing her Q. Right here. As you see right here, 107,000 damage she does by herself, no help, no buffs, no nothing, right? Now, that's not enough damage. So let's throw Kazuo in the mix, right? So now I did a Kazuo swirl, now she does 167 damage, right? So as you can see, see, Kazuo buffed it up a little bit more right there, right? But now, what happens when I throw Bennett into the mix, right? When I throw Bennett into the mix, do Bennett Q, and then now she's doing 395,000 damage. This is a lot more damage than the 107 that we did initially, right? And this is all based on just the support I'm having. Now, last part of the team, I'm gonna put in the Sara Q, right? And Sara, what she's gonna do is, boom, 578,000. Now that's my max damage that my Raiden does in the open world as of right now, right? So when it comes to building teams, you have to ask yourself, what is each person of the team doing for the main DPS or doing for the team as a whole? And as you can see, each one of the members of that team is doing that, right? I have my Yuli team right here. Yep, each person is doing their role. Bennett, Rosaria, Raiden, everybody's doing their role. They all have a say in the damage. I got Ito's team right here. Each person is doing something to help out Ito. And yeah, and to kind of break that down a little bit for you, the thing is, so now each member of the team, right? They have to be doing something in order to help out the main DPS, right? So now in this team, you see that Kazuo is there, right? He's doing Viridescent Shred, right? He's doing his Viridescent Shred. He's taking down resistance to add to my Raiden's damage, right? And he's also, with his passive, he's giving her electro damage also, right? When he swirls that also. So that's another thing right there, right? So he's doing that. Plus he has Freedom Sworn when you're taking weapons to account, because you take weapons to account too. Freedom Sworn is also buffing her Raiden even more with 20% attack. You know, the normal attack and charge and plus damage isn't doing much for her, but the 20% attack does help out. So there's that, right? Then you have Bennett. right? You have Bennett right here, who's just giving her even more attack to dish out some damage. Because the thing with Raiden is that she wants so many stats. So if you focus on the other stats and have your teammates give her the attack stat, because she has an ER Sands and she has an Electro Goblet, you know, she could always use some more attack. You know, even though I have engulfing lightning, she, you know, more attack the better, right? So I got Kazuha giving her 20% attack, and then I have Bennett with 4-piece Noblesse giving her all kinds of attack on top of it, right? And he has good healing set up, so as long as she's in Bennett's queue, she's not gonna die. Then you have Sara. Sara is more obvious because that's she's made to support Raiden, right? She gives 6% crit damage at C6. She gives attack also, even more attack, right? And she's also helping out Raiden stacks her resolve by having a high energy cost and everything like that, right? And that's the same thing. And Raiden is also helping out the team too, because the DPS can do that also. You know, kind of like how Hu Tao can give crit rate, you know? So I know that, so when I have my supports for Hu Tao, I know that Hu Tao can help out with their crit rate, so I can be a little bit more coping with the crit rate, you know? And with Raiden, she gives them energy recharge, she gives them extra damage on their burst, so on and so forth, right? So that's the thing you have to ask yourself when you're building a team. Who, with these members of the team, what are they doing for the main DPS? What are they doing for each other? As you saw earlier, my Hu Tao team, right? I had Hu Tao, Kazuha, Xingqiu, and Amber. Why did I choose that team? Because I have LG at the end. So Amber is going to do two things. Amber is going to give Hu Tao Elemental Mastery. She's going to give Hu Tao attack. And she's going to apply Pyro so I can swirl it with Kazuha. And we already know what Kazuha does because I just explained that right there, right? Then you have Xingqiu, who has Noblesse 4-piece on, so he gives attack also. And he's going to constantly enable Vaporize, right? So each member of the team is doing something. You look at my Eula team, right? Raiden is giving energy recharge for Eula because Eula wants to keep spamming her burst as much as possible. She's powering up her burst because she has a high burst cost with Raiden's passive. And you have Bennett, who's obviously giving Eula a lot of attack. Then you have Rosario, who's giving the enemies physical resistance shred and giving Eula crit rate, right? So, and she's supplying particles in case I need any more particles, right? So the team all helps out each other, right? So a lot of people I see, they'll have just random characters put together. And if you're in the overworld, that's fine. But if you're trying to beat content, you're in the abyss. I keep seeing things where people have characters that work against each other, right? You're trying to do a Hu Tao vape comp, but you have Raiden in messing up the reactions with her electric, you know? You're trying to do perma freeze, but Raiden keeps doing that with electric. I see that all the time. You know, I see people putting, you know, Jean with Hu Tao and healing her up. You know, that's anti-synergy. So that's one thing you want to ask yourself when you're building these teams, because honestly, you know, there's different characters, and we're getting so many characters that a lot of them are being made to be able to support one another. We're getting more niche characters, which starts to make it easier. Like, for example, you know, Shenhe and Nayaka or Ganyu, you know, so on and so forth, right? You have to do that, right? Like, soon when Kokomi comes, I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna give her Tassie Mills so she can give my team attack, and get her Stealing Tails so she can give my main DPS even more attack, so on and so forth. She's gonna constantly be applying Hydro. So what I'm gonna do, I'm either gonna put her in a Taser comp, or I'm gonna put her in a Freeze comp, right? So that's the thing. You really have to ask. So whenever you're putting a team comp, look at that character that's a support or a sub DPS or whatever, and say, what are they doing for the main DPS, right? Do I have a healer? Do I need a healer because I have a shield? What are each member of the team doing, right? So that's the thing. That's just something you have to ask yourself when it comes to building teams. And I just wanted to just get that out there, kind of educate you guys a little bit on what that is looking like. So, you know, you have Ye coming in the future right now. So she's going to be somebody who's going to be constantly applying electro off field. So what is that going to do for certain team comps? She's going to be a nuke also. So what's that going to do? You know, who's going to be able to benefit that? You know, maybe it's Venti, because Venti is going to supply her with some energy, because she's going to have some energy issues. You know, maybe use Kazuo, because he's going to burst her up a bunch. You know, you can do different things. Maybe you can use Child or Xing Cho for, you know, some electro charge. You know, just think like that, put those things together. All right, hopefully that helped out a little bit. You know, if you ever want me to go in depth with other teams or anything like that, definitely feel free to let me know. If you have any questions about any team comps that you're working on, you know, feel free to comment them down below. I'll answer your questions. You know, I'll look at it, read every comment, I'll see all that stuff, so I'll answer any questions you have. If you like content like this, like the video here, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And with that, I'll see you later. Legend out.